Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I am back home. Just flew back in late last night, was in Ohio doing the casting for the NA Cup #2, and today we are going to be looking at one of my favorite games from this weekend. So Method Orange versus Rejects. It's tied up 2-2 here so far in this series. We're in Game 5. We're on Daller and Sewers. So Seedu's team is playing DK, Frost DK, Demon Hunter, very interesting comp, and Resto Shaman for Xaryu. Rubcub's playing Holy Pally, Jamili's playing Fire Mage, Rosty's playing Assassination. These guys have had a back and forth series. This was a Game 5, so this was like, the suspense was on, and I'm going to try to break down this game as best as I can so you guys can really see it in slow-mo. But I think out of all the games, or all the series, all the matches from the entire weekend, this was my favorite one in the entire weekend. So right away, Rejects gets a nice opener off. The kidney shot onto Xaryu, the sheep onto Mez. Trill was in CC, but it just broke. And Rosis and Jamili are opening super hard onto Xaryu. They're committing Vendetta. I think Jamili might pop Combustion here in a second. The Meteor's coming down, so a ton of damage is about to connect onto Xaryu with the cross CC, and then Rubcub's coming in here to support the offensive pressure here on Xaryu as well. Rosis gets peeled there by Trill. Nice peels by Trill. It wasn't Combustion by Jamili. He actually did save it, but now Rubcub's getting gripped in, so now there's counter pressure. And within this game, guys, you're going to see back and forth pressure onto Xaryu and onto Rubcub, right? So Mez and Trill are going to try to do swaps to Rubcub and kind of train Jamili, but do swaps to Rubcub. And then Roasties and Jamili are kind of just training down Xaryu as best as they can. Xaryu actually had a nice play there that you're going to see again later this match, but he jumped off the map and then leaped back up, which I love. But Roasties followed that with the Shadow Step immediately and throws Kidney shot onto Xaryu at about 60% life. This is what Roasties does so well, is gets his target low and then kidneys them instead of just kidneying them at full life. CC's on the Rubcub. Jamili taking a lot of damage, but I think he's going to be okay. They still have a lot of defensive cooldowns on the side of Rejects, but the AMC comes out from Mez, and this is what I really want to applaud Method Orange for, is their use of defensive cooldowns. One go, it might be Trill's Trinket and a Detainment or an Imprison to kind of peel the go. Next go, it might be Mez's Trinket with an AMC. Next go, it might be the Trinket Link from Xaryu. And then by the time, you know, all of that happens, they might have another defensive back from Trill, like Darkness. And then they rotate back to the AMC. Then they rotate back to the Trinket Link, right? If you guys catch my drift, they always have some type of defensive. But having said that, Xaryu's getting very low. So this might be either the Spirit Link or the wall. He's actually holding on to both for now. Jamili, though, taking a ton of damage. He is kicked, very low HP. And the Cauterize might come out. I actually don't think that was Cauterized. That was the sack instead from Rubcub, and Xaryu using his Ascendance on the other side. So Xaryu still has that Spirit Link, still has the wall. He used the Ascendance, still has that Trinket. So Method Orange, like, defensively right now, looking great. Trill still has that Darkness cooldown as well, but Reject still has pretty much everything. So so far in the game, it's been a lot of goes, and there's been a lot of, like, micro cooldowns used. Now we're kind of waiting for this next Vendetta from Roasties or the Combustion from Jamili to really blow up Xaryu to get that Trinket Link. And on the side of Mez and Trill, they've already gotten one sack, so they can continue to chase down Jamili, who has no Trinket, and force that block, maybe force the bubble, then get a kill on Jamili, or, you know, do some swaps onto Rubcub and force the bubble and the bop that way. But the Sheep coming out on the Mez, the Combustion still being held by Jamili, that huge kidney shot into the Hammer of Justice now into Xaryu. The entire team of Method Orange is like under, or not the entire team, just Xaryu on Method Orange under so much pressure. Jamili popping that the Combustion finally to get a lot of that pressure out. He's trying to get some Fate cast here and there. And the blind actually came out onto Mez there from Rosis to kind of just help with that go. You want that triple Crisis CC as often as you can. But once again, both sides still have a lot of cooldowns at this point in the game. Nothing's too scary. Roasties, though, has the Vendetta back right now. So once he lands that next kidney shot with the Vendetta, Xaryu's going to be in trouble. And I just want to just say, I love Xaryu's positioning. He's line of sighting Roasties, and Roasties is having a hard time actually connecting onto Xaryu. If Xaryu wasn't doing this, Roasties just had 100% uptime, Xaryu would have been dead a minute ago. So Xaryu's positioning is really what's keeping him into the game, and his peels from Mez and Trill. Now the full kidney shot lands, and Vendetta is used into this kidney shot. He's at 40% life. This is going to be a defensive cooldown, and it looks like the defensive cooldown they choose to use is Darkness from Trill. So it's always just something, right? They're always rotating AMC, Darkness, always just throwing something out. Jamili's getting some damage from that, but the Darkness is going to make sure Xaryu's okay for now. But he has the wall and Spirit Link for later. Rubcub's team now under pressure. So it's kind of like this back and forth thing. Well, Xaryu will be under pressure, and then Rubcub might be under pressure. Rubcub gets stunned up by Trill there. AMS being used by Mez. Xaryu in trouble now using the wall and the Link. So if there was one mistake, that might have been it. the link could have been used instead of the wall, saving the wall for a later date. Xaryu still has trinket though. So he had to use wall, link, and darkness there just from that one Vendetta. It's a little unfortunate, but Vendetta is a large cooldown, and there was a lot of damage being forced out. Now the re-kidney shot lands with the meteor coming down. Xaryu's in a ton of trouble. Jamili's in some trouble as well. The temp shield's probably going to top him back off though. Rubcub still not being able to really top himself or his team. Xaryu actually gets kicked there into the ring, so Xaryu is in a ton of trouble as well. Casting those healing waves, trying to juke as many kicks as possible. Does get Dragon's Breath. Nice Dragon's Breath there by Jamili. Xaryu doing the best job he can to try to top himself back off. The full kin, he comes and he insta trinket earthen shields. So that's kind of his last line of defense, guys. There's no more darkness. There's no more link. There's no more wall. There's no more earthen, and there's no more trinket. That's it. That's it from Method Orange. So next go from Rossi's like 45 seconds here on the Vendetta, or maybe even just the next kidney shot. Xaryu's going to die, and now Rubcub's still getting very low as well. So both teams are kind of like but right now I would say Rejects is ahead, right? Rubcub still has the bubble, Jamili still has the block, Rossi's isn't too much of a kill target, he has the Vanish coming up soon if he needs. So right now I'd put Rejects ahead. They need one more go on Xaryu, and they pretty much win the game, but Mez and Trill really bursting down Rubcub right here forces out the bubble, and now from this point, Mez and Trill just need one more good go on Rubcub. He has no bubble, no trinket, okay? And then Method Orange has no trinket, no link. So Rossi's and Jamili need one more good go on to Xaryu. Mez and Trill need one more good go on to Rubcub. Either way, this game is over within the next minute because both healers don't have those defensive cooldowns they need. The full kidney shot lands. This is the anti-magic zone, kind of the last line of defense for Method Orange. Rossi's has Vendetta in 12 seconds. You can almost guarantee Xaryu's going to die within the next kidney shot, so within about 18-20 seconds from now, Xaryu's going to die with that Vendetta as long as Rossi's, hits the right buttons and stuff like that. Xaryu's definitely going to go down. But then at the same time, look at this. Mez and Trill both connecting onto Rubcub. They have their offensive cooldowns. This is Pillar of Frost. Rubcub has no bubble available. So it's like Rubcub is going to go down. He's in Forbearance. He cannot use Bop. He doesn't have Trinket for 9 more seconds. Xaryu's at 10% life. The Vendetta's coming up from Rossi's. As soon as he uses that Vendetta, Xaryu's dead. As soon as Mez and Trill actually connect and Rubcub has no more healing cooldowns, Rubcub's going to go down. So this is like a very back and forth game here. The Vendetta was committed there by Rossi. Xaryu actually jumps down, jumps back up. That's what I was talking about. Beautiful play there. Jamili getting more damage on his Xaryu. Rubcub, no line of defense either. Uses his trinket, trying to get some heals off. Rubcub goes down. But like I said, there's the Vendetta kidney from Rossi's, so Xaryu goes down. So this is a cross-kill situation. I absolutely love when cross-kills happen because this was just back and forth all game. And then Mez and Trill finally got their connection onto Rubcub, and it's just GG from there. Right? So now it's a Rogue Mage, Assassin Fire versus Demon Hunter, Death Knight, Mez and Trill. I'm going to be honest, Mez and Trill should win this almost every time. Or not even, I shouldn't even say Mez and Trill. Demon Hunter DK should beat Rogue Mage almost every time. This is going to be very scary back and forth because Mez and Trill don't have many cooldowns. And Rossi's and Jamili are such good players. But I think Mez and Trill, they can just survive. They have just better 1v1 capabilities, better 2v2 capabilities. So the Sheep's coming out in the Mez, the blind in the Sheep coming out in the Mez, rather, and Jamili and Rossi's both in a little bit of trouble, but Trill, about 50% life with no trinket. If the kidney can land from Rossi's, I think Trill could just go down. The kidney lands, Rossi's actually trinkets out of the stun immediately, and Trill gets full kidney shot. So now Trill and Rossi's are both in so much trouble right now. Mez is going to town on Rossi's, and Rossi's and Jamili going to town on Trill, and Trill almost dying out of that kidney shot actually manages to leap away just for a second. Polymorph's being casted, but the AMS used by Mez, so he doesn't actually get polyed there. Rossi's goes down to the damage from Mez, and Jamili manages to get the last little bit of damage out to take out Trill. So guys, this is not only a 3v3 and not only a 2v2, but it's down to a 1v1, and now it's a Death Knight versus a Fire Mage. Very favorable matchup for the Death Knight. I think the Death Knight should win this, but Jamili still has that Ice Block available. Mez has no Trinket, no AMS, no Icebound Fortitude, and he's 70% life. So, Jamili could, in theory, maybe take out Mez here with no cooldowns at all. Jamili's trying to get as much damage as possible. Realizes when Mez connects, he just needs to do his best job to reset. Throws out that temp shield and just starts to cast out the Dragon's Breath into the Polymorph because he's like, I need to run away. I need to eat back to full life. I can't actually take on Mez in this current state. I think Jamili's playing this well. He's throwing out the polymorphs. He's doing the best job he can. He's just trying to reset and kite, make sure Mez can never catch him ever again. But Jamili, I don't think he has a blink available, or if he does, it's just coming up like right about now. He has no ice block. He's 30% life. Mez is back to full, getting that AMS back up, has Trinket available again. Think this is pretty much Mez's game to win. Jamili blinks away, gets immediately Death Grip back. Jamili, not much he can do. Dragon's Breath coming out, just trying to do anything he can to survive, does get kicked. Actually fakes out that second kick there, but the damage comes out. Cauterize procs, Jamili 1% life, and I think at this moment he realizes it's pretty much over. Mez takes it. Craziest game of the weekend, in my opinion. Not very often do you see a 3v3 turn 2v2 turn 1v1, but in a tournament setting, you almost never see that ever. So it's the coolest game. Method Orange does take it, so 3-2. They do advance in the tournament. And if you guys watch it, actually, I won't spoil the tournament. If you guys watch the tournament, you guys know who won. But Method Orange does advance in the tournament. Rejects do fall, but awesome game there. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, this crazy 3v3, 2v2, 1v1 situation, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. If you did not enjoy the video, make sure to thumbs it down. Talk to me in the comments about what games you want to see. So games from tournaments, games from my own gameplay, any type of World of Warcraft PvP that you guys want to see, leave it down below in the comments. I do read the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.